Coins.ph is a blockchain-backed platform in the Philippines that has gained the trust of more than 16 million users. With Wei's vast experience in various leading technology companies, Coins.ph is now poised for exponential growth across Southeast Asia.
Coins.ph is the leading fiat crypto exchange here in the Philippines. We are licensed by the BSP, the central bank here, as a cryptocurrency exchange. We're licensed as an e-wallet, and we're also licensed as a remittance player. So we actually sit under a regulated regime where we can provide basically e-money services, we can provide cryptocurrency services, and we can also provide remittance services. And we basically provide a very easy platform for users to send money to each other. I think we have thousands of sort of cash-in ramps that you can sort of put money into Coins. And then once you have your sort of fiat into the Coins wallet, we have over 40 plus tokens you can choose from. And we have probably, the best prices in terms of local currency, in terms of buying the crypto, both in terms of price in, and then also in terms of if you do want to sell it, we hope to give you a pretty good price in terms of selling it as well. What's going to set us apart is that we're going to have a bigger selection of digital assets that our users can choose from. And then what we really want to add is basically we want to let Coins be the gateway into Web3 in terms of both NFTs, in terms of gaming, into metaverse, for all of the users here in the Philippines, so that you can actually start owning assets. There's a lot of barriers to owning assets in the real world, but actually I think owning assets in the digital world and then actually getting yield and then generating return from those assets. But I think there's going to be more and more opportunities like that going forward, and that's sort of the revolution of Web3 is what I call the ownership economy. And then with ownership, I think that's actually going to unlock a really big creative economy. And what I hope to do is basically put Coins at the middle of that, in that not only do we allow you to own it, we allow you to earn from it, and then we allow you to spend from it, and then we allow you to invest your earnings from it. So I think that's what we hope to build Coins into. I was actually born in China and I moved to the US when I was 10 and a half. But then, so I did middle school, high school, and college in the US. But then after college, I actually moved back to Asia. Moved quite a bit between Beijing and then Hong Kong and then LA, and then now I'm back in Asia. Being an immigrant, I think I was able to sort of, not only acclimate, but actually assimilate and then thrive in different cultures. And then sort of moving from the US back to Asia, I sort of had to relearn sort of my bearings as someone who's actually returning to Asia, not as an Asian, but kind of as an American. But I feel sort of, a mix of everything right now. And then having sort of raising my kids in Southeast Asia today, I feel like, it's very dynamic. I think it's really exciting, I think, for them to be able to experience, I think, different culture, different language, at a really early age. At the same time, what I like to do is sort of for them to retain a little bit of core identity, being both Chinese and American at the same time. I first learned about blockchain and crypto when one of the companies I had angel invested in had an ICO. And then that was when I first started understanding about what fundraising on blockchain is. And then that was also the first time that I really sort of started understanding what it meant for startups that are building its business, that you can actually raise capital in addition from equity. You can actually use blockchain to raise capital, and you can actually issue tokens in the form of crypto that actually gets traded, where people can use your token not just for investing purposes, but actually use it in the platform. That really got me to start understanding the use case of blockchain, not just a form for the distributed ledger for Bitcoin, but actually you can use it to raise capital, and you can actually use it to engage with the community through crypto. And I think that's when I really started going down the rabbit hole of the industry that we're in today. Yeah.
Having a new CEO in Wei lets us get our focus back into crypto, which is one of our main strengths. Wei also brings in a lot of experience and knowledge into the space. It helps us a lot with better decision making in either product planning and partnerships.
Definitely, Wei has done it well, done it big. Before, in previous companies, he has held leadership positions in, and that I believe is it's both a source of inspiration to us at Coins, and also a big drive and challenge, right? To live up to that expectation and that vision, I guess, that he has for the company.
Before I jumped into crypto, I actually led an acquisition of Grindr, which is the largest LGBTQ or largest gay dating app in the world. And then I was actually served on the board, and I was the vice chairman of that company for about 3 or 4 years. I kind of see a lot of similar trends, even with crypto now. I think over the last few years, just gaining more mentions in mainstream media, and then more, I would say, acceptance. We really want to bring crypto and digital assets, I think, mainstream here in the Philippines. And then I think two of the national sports are beauty pageants and basketball.
We're really excited to partner with the PBA here.
So we've become the official crypto and blockchain sponsor of both the PBA, the Philippines Basketball Association, as well as the Miss Universe Philippines pageant. It gets our brand, the Coins brand, but also it gets sort of the wider, crypto brand and digital asset brand into a much bigger audience. But it also, I think, allows us to open doors to, go deeper in terms of how do we bring, NFTs to these organizations? How can we help them to become more innovative in their product and their entertainment experience? And how do we basically, potentially even bring additional revenue to their businesses and to their participants? I've been playing basketball, I think, ever since I've sort of seen a basketball. I was too short, to make it to any of the school teams. so that's just nature. I mean, that's DNA, right? Like that I can't change. But I've just been playing it ever since. That was sort of like coincided having a hoop in my backyard, luckily, and then also coincided with sort of just being able to watch, I think, like the early Bulls teams with Michael Jordan. So I think that really sort of, I've liked the sport ever since. If Coins.ph were a basketball player, the player that I would go with is Klay Thompson, who's part of the Splash Brothers. If you look at the last 5 or 6 years of a career, they were NBA champions for 4 or 5 straight years, right? And then over the last couple of years, he's actually hurt. So he was out of the league and not playing basketball for almost 2 years. Kind of like tracks Coins as a company. So we started off as being sort of the first, leading crypto player here in the Philippines. And there was actually, a lot of people that I talked to, bought their first Bitcoin or bought their first, crypto through Coins. And then the last couple of years, because of COVID and because of different management ownership, it basically took itself out of the crypto competition for a bit. And then now, I think, what I hope to build with Coins is sort of, with Klay coming back this year, and then he contributed significantly, and then won a championship again with the Warriors. So that's what I hope to do with Coins, is that sort of, when we come back now under sort of the recommitted focus on crypto and blockchain and digital assets, sort of get back into that sort of championship mentality again. I am looking for mission-driven entrepreneurs. I'm looking for people who are razor focused on what they hope to accomplish with their product, with their company, with their solution. My expectation this season for Final Pitch Season 8, the Tech Edition, is actually to really, one, to showcase some of the talents that we have here. And then secondly, I think to create a new dialogue about the importance of tech and the importance of innovation and the importance of entrepreneurship, the value that it can add, I think not just to the entrepreneurs and their companies, but actually, the products and the services that they can bring to a wider audience. And to really, so I think, drive economic growth for the wider country.